Hello, beginning web programming class. My name is Francisco Rodriguez. I am your instructor for this course. I'm just recording a short video here to let you know some things about Ecampus and where some things are, and where things may be appearing as the class progresses. I did send an email earlier today, which is now part of the announcement at the beginning of the class when you first log in through Ecampus. I'll go over a couple of these things just to cover them and see what's going on. Just so that you know that there is no book required for this class. Online material for the course will be provided to you via Ecampus, which is what we're reading here. Once you get into the assignments, you'll either have a link to an outside source, or I will actually just post some information there, or like this, I will be setting up a video. Will this class be all me talking to a video and you listening to it? A lot of it will be, yes. We will be scheduling some face-to-face discussions using a Zoom-like software. I haven't decided if I'm going to be using Zoom because Centro College, actually the Dallas College, does not want us to use that technology. But I guess if we move outside of their equipment, we might be able to do something with Zoom. Otherwise, there's plenty of alternatives to get some things going. I haven't tried the new Google chats, I think, or whatever they're called, but we'll figure it out. We will have some face-to-face. Normally, classes like this meet twice a week for 3 hours per class. That's quite long. If I want to be talking to a screen, I probably won't be asking you to be looking at me for 3 hours. I'll be recording videos as are needed and will be ready to answer your questions via email or via Slack. You should also have already received a link to accept an invitation to join Slack. This is what Slack looks like. There is a link right in this course right here to the left that says hashtag Slack. If you click here, you'll actually be able to use the web client. You don't have to download and install it. That's up to you. By the way, any account that you create for this class is going to be exclusively for this class. There are other Slack servers out there. Each user uses his or her own. Mine is idtprof. That is my handle in Slack and many other places. And so whenever you give a password and create a username, it's going to be only for this channel, not for somebody else's class that says, hey, let's meet in Slack. It doesn't quite work the same way. It's a little confusing at first, but it gets better, I'm sure. At any rate, all software used in this class is open source and available for free online. This used to be a course, or rather a program that depended a lot on Adobe products. We still do have some Adobe courses, but this was not one of them. Regularly I would have said, hey, let's use Dreamweaver, but now there's a subscription that's got to be paid, there's money to be spent, and you don't get to keep the software forever like we used to be able to. I bought my software for Adobe a long time ago. I still have it. And of course now Adobe says that it doesn't work. But I have to pay for a subscription otherwise if I want to use Adobe products. I'll be talking about free alternatives for all of our needs as the course goes on. So all software used in this class requires access to a computer running Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Specifically, I don't know if you notice here, I don't mention Chromebook. If you have a Chromebook and that's the only thing you have access to, please send me an email and we'll see how we can work with you, because we will be having to install some software. It's free and everything, but more likely than not, it's not going to be easy to get you to use it in a Chromebook. However, there may be alternatives, but let me know if this is the case. All software used in this class requires access to an internet connection. Due to the fact that you are listening to this video with my voice, then that tells me that you have an internet connection. That's great. All of the software that we'll be using depends on the internet connection, so that when you can save, upload, etc., everything's in the cloud. So please, if you have connectivity issues, let me know. All assignments are due the week they are assigned. For very few exceptions, especially anything that's put out this week, although anything in this week will be due on Sunday. Just be sure to check that as you go into your links on the left here, for example, and you'll find assignments, which look like what? Lessons/assignments. Click on that. You'll see that there's a week 1, and more likely than not, the announcement at the beginning will tell you what week we're in. Right now, this is a week 1 video, so I know that we're on week 1. If you click on this assignment, or rather on that folder, it will open up the contents of week 1, and it tells you this is Internet and Web Basics. That's what we're covering this week. These are the assignments. I know they're assignments because of this icon on the left. This one, at least, this one has a pencil, ruler, and a graph paper on the background. These are assignments. These are for grades. Also, most assignments, if not all of them, are actually numbered 01.0, 01 being the week 1, and then .0 is the very first assignment of the week. And I mean, I usually start counting assignments at 0 rather than 1 because, you know, computers. Introduce yourself here. This is one of the first assignments. You'll notice that the icon is a little bit different. And there's additional information here. Introduce yourself to the class in the discussion forum. Click in the name of the assignment. That's this right here, or this right here, or whatever the assignment is, to open the assignment, basically. So if I click on this assignment that says that's a survey, I click on that, and there are additional instructions here. Click on the link below and complete the attached survey. This is actually a Google form. If you click on that, there's going to be several questions here that I would like for you to answer. There's no wrong answers on a survey. However, please complete this. It is for a grade. Once you complete it, make sure that you go to the add comments and say something like, I completed the assignment, or whatever you want to say. That's class appropriate. And then click on submit. That will actually send it to me to grade it. I can't click submit, or actually I could, but it'll give me an error. I cannot submit assignments to be graded as an instructor. The introduce yourself is actually, rather than an assignment, it's a link to a discussion. But if I click on there, I get the discussion. Here's your discussion. It says, please take a few minutes to introduce yourself to the class. Feel free to include any or all of the following: what your name is, what your degree that you're pursuing, what experience you have in web development, and a couple of extra questions here. Once you're done, just click on submit. And what do I mean by that? Click on the introduce yourself link to the left right here, just like the assignments before said click on the assignment name. You actually would click here. There's nothing to be found because nobody's turned in anything here yet, and I don't expect anything from anyone just yet, but I will soon. You have to create a thread. Actually, I can participate in this. So I get to reread the forum description and what your name is and all that. So here you would just type in a subject, and here I will say something generic like my name, introduction for Francisco Rodriguez. And here I will, follow basically what it says here, your name, what degree, etc. And it can be like that. That's just a guide. Of course, you can write at your pleasure or at your pace, whatever it is that you want to type in. Hi, my name is, etc. And I will complete this at some point later after finishing this video. Once you're done with this, you could actually even select all this text and just copy and paste it in there if you want to. But when you're done, click submit, and that will create a new forum so that when people go in into this space, they will see what the thread is. Please create a new thread every time if you're just coming here and creating your first post. If you see somebody else's post like myself here, then you can actually open it up and make a comment on it. You can reply to anything and just keep on going with this. But please create a new discussion for yourself, because each one of these will be individually graded. At this point that you're watching this video, there's the syllabus is still being completed. It will be done within the next couple of days, so that you know what to expect that the work will be for the rest of the semester. There's 8 weeks in the semester, and I will keep you posted on what's going on every week through either, well, actually directly through the announcements as you first come in to the page. That will tell you, hey, you know, this is right now it says welcome to fall 2020, but when the class is going on full gear, it will say, you know, this is week 1 and this is what you should be working on. You can also keep up with Slack, as you can tell, you know, when I'm posting and where things may be going. Right now there's not a lot of discussion because we're just getting started. So at any rate, I talk very fast, I know. I'll try to slow down and try to get you all the information that I can that you deserve. Please ask questions if you have them. Best way to get a hold of me is going to be through email. On the left of Ecampus, there should be a link. I know there's a link. I just hit it here momentarily. That says in Communication Tools, Email Instructor. If you click here, it will actually open up a quick box that says, you know, it's to me. It's got my email there. You can add a subject and just type in your message here, and at the bottom just click submit, and that will send me an email directly, and I can reply to it and answer your question. So at any rate, I'll let you get started looking at the class. I'm going to be recording additional videos. And hopefully we can also set up a time when the class can meet. I do believe that Tuesdays and Thursdays is when you're expecting to have classes. Even if we don't get to meet face-to-face, I will always be checking the Slack environment, so that if you leave a question, no matter what time you post it, I'll be able to come back and see it. Like here, I know that a lot of people have been signing up today. Here's only a few names that I can see. There's actually like 13 that have already signed up, and I'll be saying hello as soon as I can, and continue to keep communication open in this channel, as well as through email that you send via Ecampus. So let's have a great semester. I look forward to it.